the social media narrative. Women out there saying that single men aren't obsessed with women anymore. And I got a video to add to talk about this.
And basically it says men are not obsessed with women like they used to be. Y'all don't find that kind of weird? And to be honest, no, I don't find that kind of weird, because what exactly is there for men to be obsessed with in today's world? Women have left no room for imagination, none whatsoever. It's like your sense of entitlement is out of control. Your expectations are unrealistic. Y'all walk around showing your bodies half dressed, half exposed 24/7, out smoking, drinking, partying 24/7, on the scene 24/7. A lot of y'all are not even coming with nothing to the table because you're too busy with your hand out trying to see what man got the next bag so he can sponsor your lifestyle to make you look like you're living a lifestyle to post on the internet. It's like a lot of y'all don't have common sense. A lot of y'all don't know how to hold a conversation. A lot of y'all don't have no originality about yourselves. Everybody is getting the same body. Everybody is getting the same hairstyle. Everybody looks the exact same. And it's like y'all get that confused. Oh, well, men like that. No, men will fuck that. But men are not wiping that and they're not cuffing that. And I think y'all are starting to realize that. And then the first thing y'all want to say is, oh, well, they're gay, they're sassy. No, they're not. They're just tired of what you guys are presenting. And if y'all are here to give them free pussy, free looks, and free everything they ain't got to work for, why would they? But they're never going to take you serious. So it seems to me like a lot of y'all are now starting to realize that you're either losing value or have lost value from chasing attention. And now that's something that y'all got to deal with, and y'all can't face that fact. Men love women that are exclusive, women that are put up, women that every man can say he had or can have. Simple as that.
You know,
Think she being too rough on the sisters, man? You think she's close?
yeah, I mean a little rough, but
Ah,
shout out to this content creator. She puts out good content. You know what I mean? A good point of view, a woman's point of view.
Or later.
But I think a little bit. It's so many different type of men, right?
so many different type of women. Yes,
And you're talking about access to some talking to women is hard. Now some men have a way out. They go subscribe to these OnlyFans and they get access to stuff, to see stuff. They don't get to experience it, but that's good enough for them. They probably was never going to experience stuff like this in their life. They go to work and they get to talk to these women or give them money online, and they get to see parts of women that they would never see. They have access to that. Yeah. So they're not going to be as thirsty on the streets because they're getting their fix with pornography, OnlyFans, and things like that. You can see some of the most beautiful women with makeup, weave, big breasts, BBLs. You can see these women just by clicking a button. You know what I mean? And they're competing with each other for attention. So regular women a lot of times don't get that attention because we can see all of this. We can see the whole menu on the internet. So when you see a regular woman in real life, some of these men aren't as obsessed as they used to be. And they have an unrealistic beauty standard. I think women are making it more and more unrealistic to obtain. With the butts we see online, when we see a regular butt or regular breast or regular face or regular hairstyle, that ain't enough. That ain't sparkly enough for us. So men don't act obsessed with that because it's regular. It looks better online.
I think number one, like you said, it's different kind of men, different kind of women. Kind of goes in line with what's going on right now. Anybody know about sports? It's called the NFL Combine. You got different groups. You got offensive linemen. You got wide receivers. You got running backs, quarterbacks. Different sets, different skill sets or whatever. So I was talking to my wife about this before we came on, and I told her the girls who think that they are eye candy that we experienced growing up. These are the kind of girls that, if it came down to makeup and aesthetics or putting food on the table, they'll pick makeup and aesthetics. Are we correct? Is that pretty close?
A lot of them would. You know what I mean?
And a lot of these girls,
like trash, they look like beauty queens. So.
And a lot of these girls when the money get low, and believe me, it will get low at some point. Unless you got money just flowing in like that, they tie their existence to all of this extra stuff. And when you don't have the money to buy it, now you in a weird state of mind because you depended on all this foundation and you got more foundation than they got to build a house. You got more than that on your face. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be careful about that. Putting your existence in the extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? How
But
do you look without that? Like if somebody see you without that, would they even know who you are? You know what I'm saying?
but the extra stuff is sometimes now a hustle because they making money off the
But what
content
are
they
you hustling
create.
for? And that's the thing. Do you want a man or do you want to hustle?
I mean,
You know what I'm
they
saying?
want the money because I see girls that even I know they're in the club all the time. They're not working 9 to 5s. They're in the club all the time.
Right.
They're selling their dresses or
Because
their
I'm
hair
out the game.
or
I'm
their
out the game anyway. So yeah,
or
I'm
their
out. Look.
makeup. You know what I mean? They're trying to get the bag, and that's the
Yeah.
way they hustle. Their
And,
appearance, their
and
lifestyle,
that's the
they
thing,
sell.
right?
And it's just like the drug game. You know what I mean? You hustling. I mean, are you going to be able to hustle at 57?
Yeah,
Are
it's
you
like
going to
that.
be a hustle? And get the money that you're getting by selling sex appeal and the lifestyle
And
forever.
then when you start talking about hustling, getting the bag, when it comes down to money and currency, it's just economics. It's called competition. We just talked
Yeah.
about the combine. You been in the game 5 years. Guess what? It's another round of rookies coming in. Always, you would never be the premier player. Always. That's the hardest part of the top players to realize is one day you're not gonna be the top player, and it seems like it happened overnight sometimes.
Yeah, and a lot of women are getting mad and calling some men um,
Yeah, sassy, and
or groomers or something like that because they're
yeah,
going down, they're picking younger players. You know what I mean? Now,
mm,
I got a
yeah,
line and a limit, you know what I mean? And it's
for
not
sure.
necessarily a numbered limit.
Yeah,
Some people like, well, 18 is legal. Well, I don't think that's right. You know what I mean? You 30 years old, somebody's 18 or 19, and you 45, and
yeah,
they're 20. And I don't think that's right. But when
yeah,
somebody past 24, they're an adult. I mean, to me, and it's just their preference if they want to date older or
yeah,
younger. But that's just me. Some
yeah,
people say that's wrong too. But I mean, you're stealing their youth or whatever. Older women or older men dating people younger. But
mm,
younger people are coming out, and y'all shouldn't be in competition with them. But y'all see them as competition. A
right.
younger man comes up or a younger woman comes up. I mean, it's always going to be like another younger class graduating, getting into the dating game.
And then like, why would if somebody's single now, seeing all the stuff that women are putting out there, even though it's not all women, but you putting all this stuff on social media about how women do dudes, how they talk crazy about dudes. Why would a dude obsess over that? You know what I'm saying? Who wants to obsess if you talk to this woman, she can't? You got to take her on a certain date. You can't take her to these places. She got like a requirement list. Why would a man obsess over that? You know what I'm saying? That don't
Yeah,
make sense. You know what I'm
if
saying?
the standards are getting higher and he's
Yeah.
getting less, you know what I mean, that he can get online or he's not getting what he's seeing online, why would you, like you say, why would you want to?
Like I said, you can have whatever standard you want, but that don't mean that it's gonna be successful. Your standard, you know what I'm saying? And you have to be able to realize that. Now it's up to you if you adjust it or modify it, but you gotta know just because you got a standard, that don't mean it's gonna be met. You know what I'm saying? Every
Exactly.
time. So, because there's some unreal standards out there. Man, that girl said she didn't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory, man. Like, man, you crazy, man. Some girls, I know some girls, you take them to Burger King, boy, you the man, dog. 2 for $6.
Yeah, and I mean it's not being genuinely interested as a person is so low on the value scale right now. What can
Then
I get out of what can I get out of this person? Um,
it's a lot of work when you do all that extra stuff. It's just a lot of work. Eyelashes and extra makeup, man. You them if you add that to your bill, how much you think that'll cost extra, bro? Plus utilities and stuff and bills. That may be another extra $150, $200, man.
Man, on the low
When
end, just
yeah, yeah,
getting your nails done can be 100,
man.
150.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? That's without the pedicure.
Yeah.
But you do this stuff. I mean, it's self therapy. I mean, you got to
Sure.
self care. I mean, you need to do certain things to make you feel like you're special. You know what I mean? So
But you can't get mad if dudes don't be flaunting over it though. That's what you got to understand. It's just called reality. You can't have this fantasy like, oh, if I do all this, I'm gonna be ESPN top 10. Then you do it, you realize you're at the bottom end of the 25. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
yeah,
look,
and
man.
it's like it's so many ways to be attacked. You
Yeah,
you're obsessed with women, or men are less obsessed with. That's what the complaint was.
yeah,
But you can be attacked. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
now the whole world can be like you be too simpish. You know what I mean? Your text messages that you thought were private between you and her now are being
Yep.
shared on TikTok, or you're a part of a story time because you were too anxious or you were too eager.
Man,
So
boy.
it's a part about
Yeah, that's
being more
another thing too.
discerning.
Yeah, when you was dating, I remember, when we was younger, if you text too fast, you seem you seem too anxious. If you don't text at all, oh, now you don't want to text nobody now.
Yeah, and they're saying that's what they're missing. You know what I mean? Men used
Yeah,
to be obsessed, and they're not doing
yeah,
it because we're more cautious of what that we should
yeah.
be more cautious
One hundred
of what
percent.
we text because could be labeled as a simp. We gave
Boy,
you money, you know what I mean, because you was late on your rent. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I gave you $200. Now
man.
you got my messages and my cash app to you on the internet, and now everybody's seeing that you finessed me out of $200. You know what
Yep.
I mean, and things like that. So everything we do could be put on Front Street, for all the internet to see.
Or they'll put the stuff that's favorable to them, right?
Oh, of course,
Cause some girls I had do some crazy stuff. They don't put
they
that
didn't
stuff out
show
there. Yeah, they
they,
go sit there.
they didn't show when they didn't show when they were begging for this money. They
Boy,
didn't show when they were proposing all the favors they would do for you
boy,
just for this money, but they showed
yeah.
you sending that money or saying, "When can I see you?" So people don't want to seem overly
Like the
into
only
somebody
person,
now
the only
because it's
person
not
done that
true.
was the one that messing with Steve Smith. That's the only person that put.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And you see what side, she was
Boy,
on. She was
boy,
married, and guess what?
boy.
And that's what, like, if you're having sex with somebody, or you're being intimate or whatever they want to call it, hopefully they're not married, but you should be able to share text messages like she was sharing, right? But now people are, men and women alike, are afraid to show their feelings through text because
Yeah,
they're going to be shamed, things like revenge
I
porn
think he
or
was mad. I think he was mad because he was he wasn't.
of course he was mad. Why wouldn't he be mad? Like
How you
who?
gonna get? How you gonna get do the whole value meal and I only get the sandwich? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You don't get the top part of the bun. She
Man, you
giving
don't
you
even
the
give me
bottom.
Chick-fil-A sauce, man. You can't do the whole shit.
You was getting
And
a
the key lime. And the key lime lemonade. I ain't getting nothing.
and the top notch service. He got the meal and the service, the customer service. Like you give me my food. Like
Man.
here go your food. Take the little food. Like you know what I mean. But you like, how can I serve you? You know what I mean? Like,
Man,
it's
boy.
different. You know what I mean? So it's not only what you get, the food you get, it's the way you present it, that customer service effect when you give people stuff. You know
And
what I
then
mean?
too, man, with all this Me Too movement, that kind of killed a lot of stuff too. Dudes don't really talk to girls like that because you just don't know how a girl gonna try to come back and try to spin it on you, man. So that happens too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I mean, I see, and this is the thing a lot too. Like, so they're saying men aren't obsessed as they used to be. So I've seen this countless times of women screenshotting their inbox.
mm,
Look at this man. He been texting, talking to himself in my inbox
wow,
for 2 years. You know what I
wow,
mean? This man
yeah.
saying, "Good morning, beautiful," for
Did
two
somebody do
years in
Shaq
a
like
row.
that? Did somebody do Shaq like that? It was like a girl that worked at Home Depot or something.
Yeah, I mean something
And
like
she
that.
showed Shaq DM and Jack DM.
So you know
Did a
what I
heat
mean?
check?
Like,
Just do a heat check. Just throw a heat check out there.
so you know what I mean. And when men are trying, shooting their shot, uh, on
Especially famous men. Regular men, we don't have that problem. It's usually dudes with money, of affluence or something like that. They the ones that usually have the issue.
Yeah, I mean, but
You know what I'm saying?
you're embarrassed, like, you know what I mean? Regular men are trying to talk to regular women that they think are beautiful, and they
Yeah.
reach out online to be publicly ridiculed just for saying, I guess you gotta take accountability as well. Because if you say
Yeah.
good morning 3 times and that
Yeah.
person is, you gotta,
Yeah.
cut your losses, you know what I mean? But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but you
For
can
sure.
be shamed for being so-called obsessed, like she said in
Yeah.
her thing.
Yeah. And like I say, man, that Walt Disney production kind of stuff, that it's only gonna go so far, man. Reality, man. I guess some people do that every day. I'm just saying, I'm just grateful for my wife. We just two old fashioned people, man. Nothing extra. You know what I'm saying? No preservatives, no additives. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But man, having to buy makeup and foundation, man, and man, I mean, you ain't even got to the regular cleaning stuff yet. You got more of that than you got the actual regular cleaning stuff and tissue and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's real, man. But when that money get low and you can't buy it, you got to go without. Are you gonna go without food, or are you gonna go without the aesthetics? Everybody
Well,
gonna
I
answer
mean,
that
it's a
question
part of
different.
self-care. Everybody got a budget. Like some men, we know what we got to do, and we don't. Some men play games. Some
Oh
men
yeah, for sure.
buy jerseys. Some
Mm-hmm.
men invest, so-called invest in shoes. They're
Yeah.
paying $300 for a pair of shoes. You know what I mean? And you're making $11 an hour. That is not a good investment. So, women,
I'm
we're
with
not
you.
attacking you, saying
No, no, no.
your spending is frivolous because you're buying weave or makeup or getting your nails done. Men have ridiculous habits as well and
Yep.
hobbies. They buy
But
shoes. Some men keep fixing on their cars. Yeah, you can sell the car. Yeah, you can sell the shoes. But some men game. You know what I mean? Yes, some men make money off game. But also, some women make money off makeup tutorials. So we're
yeah.
not knocking anybody's
No, no,
hustle,
no. I'm just saying, don't
but
tie your
it
existence
costs.
to it. Don't
Yeah,
tie
yeah,
your existence to it,
exactly.
because one day you might not be able to buy it. Then what? Are you gonna feel like it's the end of the world now because you don't have the makeup that you've been wearing for 10
Yeah,
years or whatever? That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
or men with the Beijing. You know what I mean? They lost their
Boy.
hairline.
Oh my
Now,
God, man, cut it off, man.
guess what?
God.
Now they
Oh
feel like
man.
their confidence is gone. You know what I mean? So
Let me give you a hint. If you're using the Beijing black and you get on these cameras that got like 4K quality, guess what? We can tell you got the Beijing, bro. It's two different blacks. It's your hair, then it's the Beijing. Boy, like he got Yokohama ties on his head, man. He got all
put
that
the
black,
head,
man.
put the headband on. He got white wall. You know.
Man, for real. Vogue ties.